Hello, we are Sornia. Thank you once again for listening and being present and sharing. Many of you share with us in your quiet times. You reach out to us. So we are here hopefully to help you better guide yourselves through the times you are living in this reality that you are currently experiencing as divine beings. Keep that in mind. You are infinite beings having a human experience. We will repeat that for you many times to reinforce that. We know many of you, most of you who hear these messages understand that. Maybe you can't quite put it into words, but you do understand that. And we are very grateful to all of you for holding to that truth. So we want to share some things with you that we believe are going to help you and are pertinent for your current circumstances. First of all, we want to tell you that everything is looking quite well, really. I know from your perspective, it may not be looking like things are moving smoothly. There's so much going on in your world. But you don't, in human form, always, as you know, have that bird's eye view. But you can always trust your inner guidance to lead you to what the truth is. And the truth is that love, God, goodness, source, whatever you want to call it and how you understand it is up to you. That always wins. And that's what's happening. It's just that it needs to be revealed. It needs to be exposed. It needs to be seen and shown so that those who have been, let's say, controlled or have been misled, they too can awaken to the truth of who they really are. So we want to talk a little bit about that with you today, what is going on so that you can reinforce yourselves in your own journey and know that each one of you is moving in a direction of goodness, of being that conduit for light and love and anchoring it more into the earth and the Earth's energy system and its grids. It's there. So that's why you are experiencing what you are experiencing. And if you choose to really know this, as most of you have, you can find what it is that you need inside of you. And we have told you this many times. And what we find so exciting is that's what we are seeing with those who have chosen to understand with greater depth that they are awakening in greater depth, if you will. Your understanding of who you really are is becoming the predominant energy that you are exuding on your planet. So we want you to know that this is the part of the experience that needs to happen. So what do we mean by that? You may be looking out from using just your five senses. And we spoke about this to you at other times, but let's just go through this again. If you look at your world only through that perspective of your five senses, you will see a certain experience. You'll see it filtered through the perceptions and the belief systems and that structure that pertains to the five senses. And we've talked about that. Your limiting beliefs, your subconscious mind that holds those limiting beliefs that you take on when you take on a human form will perceive your reality, as you call it, which is actually an illusion, and you know that, but you'll perceive it from that place of your limiting beliefs when you use your five senses. So it's designed that way. It's designed that way by this dark consciousness to keep as many of you entrapped. as many of you in that state of lack, we'll call it, a state of lack, feeling, well, most of you have in the past have carried this vibration of, I am a human, original sin, that is carried in many of your religions. I am human, therefore I am flawed. When the truth of the matter is, you are human, therefore you are incredibly powerful, incredibly expansive, incredibly creative, and you are the masters of your own world. So it's the opposite. And that is the very energy that you all have been on the earth plane. Those of you who have taken on that earth suit, human suit, are all and have been for a very long time transmuting that energy. So each one of you has done it in your own way, in a way that you can understand. That's what makes it all so beautiful. So you have understood your unique expression as a human being in one way, and your close friend or coworker who's on a similar path as you understands it in his or her own way. Each of you will do that, and all is good. When you understand that you are infinite intelligence, God's creation expressing itself in human form, and you really know that, you really believe that, nothing can harm you. So that's the point from a spiritual perspective. You call this ascension, you call this raising your consciousness. We say it's the truth of who you really are, and it is beautiful, and it is exciting, and that is what is happening. So why all of the turmoil? Why all of the darkness? Why all of that? Well, it has to come to the surface. It has to be seen. It has to be shown so that each of you makes a choice. Whatever choice you make is your choice. That's free will. But it's coming on stronger because this dark consciousness has been in control of planet Earth, of Mother, of Gaia, of her. She's released herself. She's moving on, but has controlled humanity to such a degree for so long that you have all, not everyone, because that's your awakening from this, but you have all been brainwashed. You have all been mind controlled, if you will, to believe what this dark consciousness wants you to believe. So part of what is going on in your world is the exposure of that manipulation, the exposure of all of that. And when you are able to see it, because it is so strong and it is right there in front of you and defying you and telling you that you are not this infinite being, that you are not all powerful, that you are a lowly human, and you believe that and you accept it, and you accept that dark consciousness's version of things, you have given away your freedom. You have given away your power. Now that's all fine because it's all free will and it's all by choice. But you are saying with that choice, when you believe in fear, when you believe that there is truly death, you cease to exist, the death in any way, when you believe that there is something that can take away your well-being, you have given your power away because that's fear. You are saying something is more powerful than the God spark within me because I am in human form. Again, that is choice. But we are encouraging you, and most of you listening to this understand it. We'd say all, but just to leave some room there for those who question. You understand that true nature, or you're seeking to understand it. You cannot, as a side note here, And we've said this to you before. No one can do this for you. You must do it for yourself. You must say, I want to know myself as an infinite being with infinite possibilities in human form. Show me. Show me the way, and do it with joy. And if you don't really believe that, just try to convince yourself at some degree. Why would you have chosen this journey here? You weren't just randomly tossed down into this experience to suffer and to have illnesses and to live in fear and seek to compete with each other and undermine each other to get to the top. For what reason? You feel that this is the way it's supposed to be in Earth reality. And believe us, there are many other realities that are very similar to Earth reality that are experiencing the same awakening. But this is what's going on. You are awakening. Many of you are awakening. It's that realization that is your strength. It is indestructible. It cannot be harmed. And it's the truth of who you really are. When you feel that with every fiber of your being, you will look at the chaos, the darkness, in a way that you will understand it from that perspective. And we would expect that you will not have fear. You will be able to stand in front of it and say, no, I do not accept this. I am a human. Therefore, I am love. I am goodness. I am kind. I'm generous. All those things that you all want, but you feel aren't in your world. Well, they're not in your world because of what you have all been bought into, let's say, and what has been forced upon you. But now, with the assistance of all of us that are in spirit, with just its destiny, this has been spoken of. It is your time to choose your truth inside of you. Your words are not going to change things. You must have the experience for yourself. So how do you do that? Well, each of you will do it in your own way. Now is not the time to look to convince anyone else of your belief. Now is the time for you to strengthen your own beliefs. Who are you? And to understand it so that you be that which you want to be, what you have chosen. And it's so grounded in you. It is so your truth that nothing can waver you from that. And that's what's going on right now. So when you look at things from a place of just the human perspective, from that perspective of your five senses, you will get the interpretation of the perception that has been manipulated by this dark consciousness through its various actors and characters that have taken that energy on. And that's okay. But does it give you a sense of strength? Does it give you peace? Does it make you smile in the knowing that you are loved and that you are love? Does it give you that? And if it doesn't, and it is what you are seeking, then you may want to reevaluate. But that reevaluation doesn't come through your five senses. The reevaluation comes from you closing your eyes and your ears to what is coming from you outside of you, and go within and ask to be shown. Show me the way to my truth about the truth of who I really am. And you will find it. That is your power. That's your power switch. Turn it on. Bring it forth. For those of you who want to defeat this dark consciousness and remove it so that you can live in that fifth dimensional reality of which you have every right to, it's your time now. But it's up to each one of you to do it for yourselves. Do it with conviction. Do it with love. And you will see how you can transform your world. When fear creeps in, find someone who can help support you. Come together, unite. Don't believe in differences. That's another man-made fabrication, a lie. Yes, you have cultural differences. You have a lot of differences that are superficial that belong there, but they're beautiful in so many ways. It's what makes you all unique. A unique expression of the divine, and that's what each one of you are. Stand firm. The coming times may show you a lot of darkness externally, but is that darkness inside of you? Are you believing that that darkness is more powerful than the God spark within you, than that which is the divine and eternal in you? You choose. That's where the choice comes. Where will you place your faith? In that darkness and its fear and its control and telling you, I'll keep you safe. Here, take this, do that. I'll keep you safe. Has it kept you safe? So far, no. Really. We'll leave you with that. We will be back very soon to chat with you, to remind you of who you are, so that you can weather these storms and bring forth and anchor, even more so, that divine light and love, the God energy, the Christ consciousness into your planet, and help those who might be actually questioning, to help them find the way, not through your words, but through who you are. So powerful, so beautiful. All is well. All is looking really good. You'll be okay. You are okay. Not in the future. You are okay now. We love you very much. You are all very brave to have taken on a human form at this time, but you knew what you were doing. So we are here for you. Reach out to us. You will get the answers that you need. We will be with you as much as we can, as much as it is allowed for us to come forth and share our messages. But know that you are loved. Know that you are strong. Know that you can be that truth and the beacons of light and hope for those who are feeling despair. We love you very much. We will be back soon. We are Sornia. Goodbye.